Hello everybody and welcome back as I continue this journey going down this long road of ING's top 100 NES games, just kind of playing them if I can, looking them over, checking them out. So today we have 80 through 71, so sit back, relax, and check it out. Alright, kicking things off is number 80, and that is Demon Sword, developer Taito, released in 1990. Never played this game, never rented this, well, obviously never rented if I never played it, so I cannot tell you too much about the gameplay, but it's one of those NES games where the cover does not match what the gameplay looks like. It looks like you're a ninja, and it's kind of got a Legend of Kage feel from what I'm seeing from the pictures as well, and what little bit of gameplay I saw. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say about Demon Sword. But it does come in at number 80 on the ING Top 100 NES Games of All Time, developer Taito, released in 1990. So coming in at number 79 is Ice Climber, developer Nintendo, released in 1985. So this is definitely like OG black box Nintendo game going on here. So let's check it out. Looks like you jump, break blocks, advance to the next level. Oh crap. I am not a very good ice climber. How do I fall? There we go. Okay. Well, getting into it, I'm sorry, I was enjoying the game, but I died. Getting into it, I never had this as a kid. By the time I got a Nintendo, I think most black boxes were out of the question. It's a pretty cool game for the time. Really like the concept, but definitely got nothing to it. If you had Ice Climber as a kid, let me know if you're watching this on YouTube. And it's Ice Climber, number 79. Developer Nintendo, released in 1985. So coming in at number 78 on ING's Top 100 NES Games of All Time is Ring King, developer Data East, released in 1987. Alright. Never played this. I don't even know if I saw this. I know it says that it's, endorsed or whatever by, I guess you couldn't say Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray Leonard, but hey, it is what it is. Alright. Why would I play this when I can't even throw a punch? Oh, there it is. When you got Mike Tyson's Punch Out. This is like, oh my goodness. I don't even know if this is boxing, more like wrestling. It looks like, I'm clocking this guy pretty good. It's a decent boxing game, but like I said, Punch Out, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, that was like the king of Nintendo. I can't wait to see where that actually ends up on this list, but Ring King. It's Ring King? Oh. I mean, it's cool. I'm pretty sure this would be a lot of fun if it was like 2-player. I like the fact that the ring is bigger. But other than that, it's Ring King. Number 78 on ING's top 100 NES games of all time. Developer, Data East. And released in 1987. So coming in at number 77 is Duck Hunt, developer Nintendo, released in 1985. Classic pack-in box title game. Unfortunately, I don't have an older TV or a working zapper gun, so I'm just going to let the birds fly and make you bring back some horrible memories of this stupid duck. Or, sorry, stupid dog coming to laugh at me as I miss all these ducks. But it is what it is. Duck Hunt was a classic game. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say too many bad words about it other than the dog. It was fun. It came with, Super Mario Brothers, switch it on and off. I wish I would have known as a kid that the second player controller, controlled the birds. Because I think I just did that right here. Yep, I did. But, it's Duck Hunt. Classic. You can play clay pigeon shooting and everything else. So, at number 77 on ING's top 100 NES games of all time. Coming in at number 77, Duck Hunt, developer Nintendo, released in 1985. Coming in at number 76 on ING's top 100 NES games of all time is Battletoads and Double Dragon, developer Trade West, released in 1993. Very late in the NES life cycle. I love Double Dragon. I love Battletoads. Loved it both. So what can I say? I never played this on the NES. No, I just played it recently with my son. But other than that, I never really. I wish I had somebody else here right now so I could check that out. I did play this recently with my son. Pretty fun game. It is what it is. It's Battletoads, Double Dragon, but great combination. Oh, as I died there. But who didn't like Battletoads? And who didn't like Double Dragon? Even though Battletoads is probably one of the hardest NES games of all time. It is still so much of a joy to play. As I just talked about the last one with Double Dragon 2, you had to, I don't think other than them being hard, never heard anybody say anything bad about, Double Dragon, the first one, I believe, is only a one-player deal, but as you get into the second one, Battletoads is crazy fun as well, but it's cool. It's cool to have them both. Probably one of the first big-time video game crossovers. I don't know if anybody's done this since maybe Smash Brothers, but that's more of a fighting game, Marvel vs. Capcom. This is storyline, everything else. You got the Billy and Jimmy, you got the guys from Battletoads. What more could you ask for? And that's why it comes in at number 76 on ING's top 100 NES games of all time. Battletoads and Double Dragon, the ultimate team-up, developer Trade West, and released in 1993. So coming in at number 75 is Goonies II, developer Konami, released in 1987. As a kid, I actually thought maybe this was a sequel to the movie, which it wasn't. It's a sequel to a Nintendo game that was released in Japan, also known as the Goonies, based on the movie. Simple game. Go through, and you're trying to get your Goonies friends back. I don't know who you play as. Is that a yo-yo? Is this Star Tropics? Didn't rent this. Didn't play it. Didn't know anybody that even had this game. Alright, so let's go in the first door. It kind of gets into this. I've got keys. Oh, I got a key holder. So, so it reminds me of Friday of the 13th. Or maybe if I use the tools, can I get into there? I have 2 keys. Okay, good. Yeah, definitely, it seems cool. And the Goonies with the magic locator device. Let's just back out. Oh, I have shoes. Definitely interesting game. Something if I had more time to do, I think it'd be interesting. Love the music. Playing Goonies are enough by Cyndi Lauper in the background. Kind of cool. I can see why this made the list. At first I was like, why do we have this? But I can actually see some value in this. So I would say check it out. The Goonies II, number 75. Developer Konami, released in 1987. Coming in at number 74 is a boy in his Blob. Trouble in Blobolonia. Developer Genko, released in 1989. The graphics on this game is not the best, but the idea of the gameplay is pretty cool, as you are, a boy and a blob, I guess trying to save the world in some way, but you also have different jelly beans that you can use depending on what you want. I just used the licorice one. Licorice makes them a ladder. Let's see what root beer does. Didn't play this as a kid. It's a rocket. Didn't play this as a kid. Didn't rent this. Didn't really know it existed until recent couple of years, just checking it out on YouTube. And it looks like I just kind of was like, the rocket is it. Oh, we're going down somewhere now. So you use the different jelly beans to, depending on what it was. So root beer, made a rocket. Honey will make a hummingbird. Very, very interesting ones. What's a ketchup jelly bean do? So, I bet Bob's very good at Bean Boozle. Blob. Doesn't want the ketchup he wants. punch. He's like, yeah, what do we turn into? Turns into a hole. Nothing happens. But very cool game if you got the time to play it. I've never really got too far in depth in it, but it's a pretty awesome game. Number 74, Boy and His Blob. Trouble on Blobolonia. Developer Genko. Released in 1989. Coming in at number 73 is Spy Hunter. Developer Sunsoft. Released in 1987. This is based on the arcade classic Spy Hunter. Very good game. Played it more in the arcades. Never played it on the NES. I have it on like an arcade classics disc. It's cool to play. You're a spy. You drive around. You get different equipment for your car, oil slicks, rockets, everything else. Great game. Just more arcade game in my mind than anything else. Like I said, did not play it, did not rent it. Nothing. I don't think any of my friends had it. Not really looking to get it on the NES. I'm actually shocked none of my multi-carts actually had this because it was such a popular game from the arcades and everything else. Really like Spy Hunter. Like I said, just have no ambition to get it for the NES when I have it on an arcade, multi-arcade disc that I can just play it on there. Probably not the same, but in my mind more of an arcade classic than an NES game, but it's still up there. Number 73 on ING's Top 100 NES Games of All Time. Developer Sunsoft, released in 1987. Coming in at number 72 is Ikari Warriors. Developer SNK, released in 1987. Another arcade port to the NES, because if you play it in the arcade, you want to play it at home. Not as good as the arcade game. This is very slow, methodical, action, run and gun. I don't even know what to make of this game. I'm shocked I could not find it on any of my multi-carts or anything of that nature to actually show gameplay, like live action gameplay, which is kind of upset about, because sometimes you just want to play a crappy game to realize life is not that bad because you're playing a crappy game. Much rather play it in the arcade with the special joysticks that it came with, so you could rotate the players. They don't shoot straight in the NES game. Not very good. I remember playing it when I was a kid, because you look at the cover and you're like, oh yeah, that's Ikari Warriors. That game's going to be cool. Very slow, very methodical, not very good. But it's on there. Why? Not quite too sure, but that's pretty high. This is one of those ones where I would put this way down lower, because Double Dragon 2, in my mind, is a much better game. But I don't work for ING, so it comes in at number 72 on ING's Top 100 NES Games of All Time. And that is Ikari Warriors, developer SNK, released in 1987. Coming in at number 71, and the last one for today, is Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers, developer Capcom, released in 1990. What a great time to be alive when it comes to Disney Afternoon and everything else. This is a pretty cool game. Great cartoon. Game is based off of that great cartoon. Gameplay is pretty cool. You play as Chip. You play as Chip or Dale, and you go around and just kind of do what you do in the show. You know, fight the baddies, beat up these dogs. Great game. Love the cartoon. Love this game. Wasn't too big of a fan of it when I was a kid. And now, I am. Not too good. Now I am a fan of this game. Big fan of this game. I think it's because, once again, game's a little, I wouldn't say too hard, but it is a lot of fun to play. I do play this with my kids. They could give two craps less about the cartoon, but I think it works because I'm such a fan of the cartoon as I can't get by this pot. But I'm talking to you right now. Love Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So glad to see it on this list. I can't wait to see what other great Disney afternoon shows are going to show up. And this one shows up at number 71. Not too bad. And that's Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Developer Capcom, released in 1990. So thank you for watching this video or listening, if you're listening to the podcast. And like I said, I'm going down this journey of ING's top 100 NES games of all time. This is my third video or podcast about this. This is number 80 through 71, like I said, and those were 10 pretty decent games. Really enjoyed the ones that I could play or I know of playing. And let's give a little rundown recap of what it is. Coming in at number 80 is a Demon Sword, developer Taito, released in 1990. Number 79 is Ice Climber, developer Nintendo, released in 1985. Number 78 is Ring King, developer Data East, released in 1987. Number 77 is Duck Hunt, developer Nintendo, released in 1985. Number 76 is Battletoads and Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team Up, developer Trade West, released in 1993. Number 75 is The Goonies II, developer Konami, released in 1987. Number 74 is A Boy and His Blob, Trouble in Blobolonia, developer Genko, released in 1989. Number 73, Spy Hunter, developer Sunsoft, released in 1987. And number 72 is Ikari Warriors, developer S&K, released in 1987. And the last one for today, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, developer Capcom, released in 1990. So once again, thank you everybody that watched, listened. Maybe you did both. But remember to catch new episodes of Let's Talk But No Politics Okay every Sunday on the bicbp radio network. Bonus episodes Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, over at on the Helium Radio Network. And remember to check out the YouTube channel for great content, and also the Let's Talk But No Politics Okay Facebook page for great content as well. And with that being said, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.